Hey, how's it going? Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. It is way too hot. It's basically 77 degrees right now in my room where I am. That's with the main AC blasting. By main AC, I mean like the window AC blasting at 10,000 BTU. It can't keep up. It's a one bedroom place, but it's up. There's no way. I need true block out like curtains and stuff, which I cannot install. It is what it is. But enough of that. Today, I made the decision that I wanted to have my combo attacks actually go left, right click at any time. But then I want the cooldown to only start when your attacks clear up, like when you stop the combo or the combo finishes. So if it's a 3-hit combo, you could do 1, 2, 3, and then your cooldowns would start. Or if you just did like 1, and then then it would reset because it took too long. Then it would kick in as well. And only on the buttons that you use. So if you only use the left click to just spam, then you would only have the cooldown for the left click activate for that time. Same thing with the right click. That does mean I most likely will adjust the cooldowns for stuff. So that way, maybe I'll do longer cooldowns. Like instead of half a second for left click, maybe it'll be like 1 second or 1.5 seconds. And then right click will be maybe even more. Because then you could just do your full combo or a combo of the two and not have it be set to cooldown. So we'll need to figure out how that all works, and I don't know how. Yeah, Sir Axel will come in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. What are you working on? Well, I'm just going over what I'll be working on. That's what I was just talking about and explaining. So you came at a good time. So that's the plan for today. So we'll need to figure out a way of keeping track of which button you pressed on the left and the right click only, and then not trigger the cooldown, and then manually have it, not manually, but automatically have it trigger the cooldown when you need to. So we'll see how all that plays out. Hey Matthew, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. That's the thing. We'll see. We'll see. What's the game about? Roguelite deck building ARPG. Any idea how to package a big project quickly? Yeah, you press the package button and then you wait. And you hope there's no bugs, because the thing that takes the longest is when something fails and you have to do it again and again and again. And then it's unfortunate. you see like 20 people making this exact type of game, a deck builder action RPG roguelite. I'd love to see one other. I'd love to see one other one that looks and plays like this game. I'd be interested to see. Here's a deck builder. Power-ups are like Binding of Isaac. So all the stuff is passive, and they stack, and there's multiple tiers. So you can have all the power-ups all work together. Oops. And then inside the game, we have basically an action RPG in a sense. Action RPG combat type. Yeah, you say 20 people, I'd love to know one. They could say, yeah, that's the same game. Still all loading in. Gonna forgive the problems that we're having here. Dead. I'm gonna play exactly like the other, but a lot of people are working on roguelike deck builders. Oh, no. A roguelike deck builder is, yeah, that's common. But that's nothing. This is clearly not just a roguelike deck builder. This has deck building mechanics, but that's not the point of the game. The point of the game is it's a roguelite action RPG with a deck builder. It's different. So yeah, if you could show me one that is like this one, I would be interested to find out. So they're also making an action RPG, the deck builder, I guess? Anyway, I don't know why I'm choosing more stuff. Doesn't look like you, but I'm not talking about visuals, but I'm curious. You say mechanically it's like mine. I am curious. I would not put ours in the same. Let me see if I can find a better one. In the same genre at all. Yeah, this is entirely different. Yeah, yeah, that's just a full 2D pixel game. Yeah. That's it. Why not? Why would I say it's the same? Because basically that would be like saying that Diablo 4 and Mario are the same. They can both kill enemies. They have both pickups, right? But there's so much of a difference between the two that yes, you can find similarities. but no one's gonna mistake them for like similar games. Like if one's gonna play one, you're not gonna recommend necessarily the other. Starting off with just the stylistic change, just right, the game being full 2D, the game not being an action RPG, which mine is, right? That's the big one. It's an entirely different genre of game what he's making. I'm sure it's cool. I don't know what the game is or anything, but just like at a quick glance, yeah, just completely different. Okay, let's do... Game looks good. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It's still a long way to go, though. So, right now, I could do the third attack in the combo, but I don't really care about. So right now, whenever we attack, right, it does the cooldown. And that means we cannot spam right-click. Because, well, cooldown. So what we need to do is figure out how the hell we do this. So let's go here. So whenever I trigger the buttons, I also trigger the cooldown, but I need to then instead make a note of it here, but don't trigger cooldown. And then ask for it to trigger the cooldowns afterwards, after I'm done. Honestly, maybe that's not going to be very difficult. So first things first, let's make a note of which one we're triggering. So what's the best way of doing that? We can do an array. Hold on. I haven't used sets before. So let's just do like, you know. Hey, Notcher, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Master of the Graphs? I don't know about that one. Pressed basic attacks. We could try integer, and we could say add or 0 or 1. You ever use Unreal Engine? The code looks scary. Oh, this is just all blueprints. Yeah, this is all visual. Which makes it very easy if you're a visual person. I can't code for shit. For me, I'm a visual person. Let's try on some shader graph nonsense. It's nice to see another. Oh, I'm sorry. What shader graph nonsense has you is giving you problems? If we change this to a set, oh, can I not? Can I new element send element with the same value exists? Okay, 1, 0. Can I do a for each on the set? I can. Okay, and then I can do an add on the set and a item clear. Okay, yeah, that gets me. So we can just use sets. Just 0 and 1. Just do like 0, 1. I'm gonna put like a slash it. Oh, I can put a slash it? Oh, that's interesting. Try to add some basic foam to your water and you feel dumb? I mean, that doesn't sound basic. Depending on how you, because to have foam and have it interact and all of that, that's not basic. A lot of people say that blueprint is harder than actual coding. Are the people who say that programmers, like coders, or artists? Because if you ask for a coder to do art, they're gonna struggle. If you ask an artist to do coding, they're gonna struggle. Which one's hard? Well, it depends who you're asking. Hey, Lonely Lamb, welcome in. How's it going? Happy New Year. Yeah, it's going well. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a hot minute since I've been there. I think it might be like a good year and a half. Maybe no more, probably longer. I think since I've been there. I'm still working on that same project. This is still the same game that I started back then, by the way. This is still continuing on the exact same game. It's from back then. Hope you've been well. Hope your stuff is going well too. No interaction? I mean, if you're just trying to do like little foam, like around rocks, around like objects, look into mesh distance fields. And you can use that very easily. Yeah, it's definitely come a long way. Lost usefulness to you. You never saw your game, so you don't think that's cool. Oh wait, you remember came a long way. Yeah, it used to look very different. So I don't blame you. I remember when I was there. I remember I posted like screenshots and little snippets of stuff, but that's all. That's all I did. Okay, instead of doing active cooldown, we're doing this. I need to know if it's on cooldown still. So I don't want to do this part. This part I want to turn off as its own thing. So instead, what I really just need is this, I think. Let's go chat it out occasionally, though. Yeah, absolutely. Were many advanced people in there? You helped me a few times, I think. Possible. Look, I'll be honest. I remember the name. I remember you. I remember the name. But if you want me to remember specific things that I helped or didn't help someone, I'm not even gonna pretend like I remember that. That one. That's asking a lot. I have a worse memory than a goldfish. Like, I know I tried to help people there, but hell, if... I have people in the Discord, they're like... That, like... are like, yeah, oh, by the way, I figured this out. This is the solution. And then you remember, like, what was the question before? And the question is like 3 messages up from like half a day ago. I'm like, oh, right, that's a thing. Horrible memory. I'm terrible. It's here. Okay, so then we same thing on this one. So then we can check if that is active. That's not going to set it to be not usable, right? So now we effectively can always... We can always attack now. It will never set it to be on cooldown. I say that, but now I can't attack. Wait, what? Oh, what's going on? What, is there doing something else here? Cooldown duration. Usables on by default. Oh, well, I didn't. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, what? This should just say true. I'm not setting it to be false anywhere. Right? Oh, it's because we're doing this. And then I can't use the thing. Okay, so we need to also remove... So really, we don't want to be doing any of this stuff. Hey, Flick, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we don't want to do any of it. My mistake. You just put things back where it was. I just want to do any of it there until I want to trigger it. Am I undoing things? Can't undo after. Okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine, Unreal. I appreciate you. So if we did now unhooked these, yeah, now I can just attack. Okay. So now what we need to do is can't play our attack, true. I need to... Okay. Contains... check if this contains 0. And as long as it doesn't, we do this. And we need to do the same thing here. I'm gonna need more room. So as long as it doesn't contain it, we continue on. No. No. We need to... Trying to think. Okay, let's not do this. We need to add 0 here. Okay, see when we're doing all of this, and it did this part. This isn't... Oh, but this also does the attack. Okay, we need to okay, and you figure out everything we need to keep and what everything we need to not keep. This part is fine. Setting the icon should be fine. Why am I resetting the icon here? Oh, I'm changing the border color. But that shouldn't be happening if the cooldown's not... Oh, I guess if the cooldown's active or not active doesn't matter, because if it's active, then it'll turn to this. If it wasn't active, it starts to be active, so this makes sense. Okay, so this part is going on to the activation portion. Hey, Rahan, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. How am I trying to do? Trying to make it so the cooldown will only activate when specifically I want it to activate automatically, but not when it's currently activating, which is just when I click left click. So that way I can do like 3 attacks and then the cooldown will start, versus like every attack is a cooldown. So that way I can do like a combo attack more easily. I'm trying to figure out like what part of this I need to trigger to just do the attack versus what parts are doing the cooldown parts. So this part I need to just this is the cooldown, obviously, but part of this is not the cooldown part really. I need to collapse this part to a function and remove it, I think. Or just remove it. Probably easier to do a function. So this is the cooldown timer itself. This is just check cooldown. Check cooldown. Which will set the cooldown duration. Oh yeah, this part is fine. This can stay. I feel like this whole part here needs to be the function. This is just trying to think what's the best way of doing this. Like hit cooldown instead of hit cool. Yeah, exactly. trying to think what the best way of doing this is, because I need to check that it is not currently on cooldown. To do that, I guess I can just check if it is usable. Let's just, one thing at a time. One thing at a time. Get usable. So if it is usable, we continue on, okay? If it is usable, then we do the hotbar attack. But we do not do this. Okay. So if we just did this now, this should result in us being able to do left click continuously. There we go. So there's no cooldowns. Okay. So just a counter? No. Because I also want to make it so when you do left click spam only, like a left click combo, then only the left click goes on cooldown. If you do only right click, then right click goes down. If you want to use a left and right click for the combo, because the plan is to have it be, you can use both together, then it will they will put both of them on cooldown. So if you did left click is left index 1 or 0, but left attack 1, right click 2, and then left click again, it'll be left attack 3. So after that, both should go on cooldown because you use both. So I need to keep track of which one you used, and then when the cooldowns needs to activate based on which one you did. So that way you could basically combine light attacks and heavy attacks into your combo seamlessly, and just decide which one you want to use. Maybe for certain, because they'll both have more AoE versions and more single target, single straight versions, for attacks. So the one I will need to adjust cooldowns though, for sure. And I will need to figure out the cooldown needs to be proportional to the amount of times you use that ability or use that attack. Because if you just did 3 heavy attacks, that's substantially more damage than 3 light attacks. So it wouldn't make sense to have the cooldown be the same as if you only did 1 heavy attack. So we'll also need to do the cooldowns relative to how many you did. Shit. So that means I probably can't use a set then. I probably then need to use a map. Do I? I mean, what am I doing? I just make 2 variables. Just screw it. Why am I making this complicated? Just light attack counter, integer, single, and a heavy attack counter. Why am I making this complicated for myself? Done. So much easier. Increment the counter every hit. Once it reaches max, set a cooldown. Reset the counter back to 0. Make 2 counters for heavy and light attacks. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah. No, but what you're describing is what I'm doing, but my setup already has cooldowns built in, so I need to figure out which part of them needs to be the cooldown removal versus the attack execution. And then Yeah, and then figure out how I want to send the information through. Yeah, what you described is the simplified version of what I'm doing, but the way it needs to be executed is a little more complicated because of my setup. So we this so this part here and used to happen on the cooldown front. Okay, so if we just detach here as well. This goes after you. I love when Control D doesn't work. And then we need to remove this part of it from it. Okay. So this is 5, that's 6. Okay. So now we should be able to just go crazy on whatever we want. What do you mean infinite loop detected? Why is it when I right click it goes infinite loop detected? Why? Okay, why can I not right click? What's going on? What? What? What's the difference? What do you mean infinite loop detected? Why is this fine? Right click. Event remove gameplay tag interface. Why is this even being what? Why is this even being triggered? Oh, what's going on? Make a map or an array of all the hit numbers the attacks need to retain the cooldown. No, I just need to know how many times you click left click and right click. I just do two. 2 integers is fine. It's fine. No, this is fine. What? Why is this even being triggered? How's it? What? What happened? It is the same. Button 6. Bar attack 6. Okay. Well, why is this being triggered? Oh. Hold on. Oh, I see. I don't see, but I see. This is meant for you. Why was this be after this? But it was working fine. So what I need to do is... yeah, what's the best way? I need to basically do 2 versions of this. What's the best way of doing 2 versions of this? Okay, let's do, you just need combat attack 6 should not trigger this. This should only trigger when I do this one. So on here, that's when I do this. Otherwise, this should not happen on here. Is that supposed to have different cooldowns based on the combo and attacks you do, no? So you have hit cooldown and hit light hit cooldown? No. Like if you click left click twice, then your cooldown will be twice as long as if you click left click once. That's it. I'm not gonna specify like a cooldown based on what combo you do. No. Nothing like that. If you did 3 right clicks, your cooldown will be 3 times longer than if you clicked it once. That's all. Or maybe not literally 3x, but we'll play around with it. There we go. Okay, so now we're fine. Why is it fine on left click, but now, or was fine on left click? I mean, I should do the same thing though. This part away. So this part goes away. And then we'll recombine them after. Let's view over here. I'll do the same thing here. If it lets me duplicate, it does not let me to copy paste. That should be the same now. Yeah, the plan is to just basically, I want to have the player be able to like left click and right click in the attack combos. Because I think instead of having a continuous always left click combo and a right click combo, it's better this way. Plus, the other issue that I was running into is the right click is the heavy attack. And the heavy attack in my case is 1.5 seconds long, which meant you attacked and then like now you'll be able to attack again. And that's not a combo. That's too much delay in between. And I also can't make the cooldown shorter because then, well, then it's too much damage. Then why would you ever left click if you could, so. And because I wanted to do a common, like you'd be able to go back and forth, because I think that's cool. I think this is the best way. Currently. If you had an infinite loop triggered on left click. You should have had an infinite loop trigger on left click insanely why I did not. And we're looping the same call, which only happened in a specific timing event, which right click had differently than left click. Good thing you fixed it. I mean, yeah. I don't understand it. But yay. The thing is, it was working fine before, right? Until I removed this part. Oh, you know what it is? Probably because I had the check. And the attack happened after. This prevented the loop. Because right now I'm not doing the check anymore. So once I use it once, even though it was triggering again, it just would fail. It would false out of here. So that's why. So in a sense, I had a loop but it was automatically fixing itself. So what I'm saying is, past me is a genius. Even bugs automatically fix themselves with my setup. Look, I'm perfect. Can't even say that with a straight face. Okay, but we have this now. So whenever this is triggered, so whenever this happens, I want to do light counter plus. Do the same thing here. Well, actually, at this point, they should both just go to the same thing. Okay. And then you, same thing. You were looking at that when you broke the check, you were like, that surely will trigger an infinite loop call, and it didn't, then the right click did. So you're baffled at first, surprised Pikachu face when left click did an infinite loop. Yeah, I don't understand why I did an infinite. Oh, well, actually, we can check why I did an infinite loop. Let's see. 5. Oh, wait, hotbar attack 5. This is not even an event that's in here. Well, that's why. What? Wait, why is hotbar event 5 is not even here? That's why. Yeah, this is not even set up. This should go, I believe, here automatically. The heavy attack and light attacks use the same animation? No. Different animations, different attack damage. Yeah. Hey, Leo, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. They want you to come in on Saturday. Well, I mean, you can say no. But you did just start the job, so it's probably not a, not the best look. But you can say no. Just be ready for there's any consequences if you do say no. Like, I've been it depends on your position. I don't mean like your job position, like where you are higher in the hierarchy. I mean like your position, like, are you in a comfortable spot? Do you feel like good? Like, for example, I was offered overtime as an option. If I wanted to, I can have some more money, basically, if I was fine, like, working on a Saturday. And I said, no, I don't really want to. And like, well, it's, not be required to, like, but if you want to, because I know some people are like looking for more work. I'm like, nah, I don't. And then that's it. Which is different than saying you have to, right? Someone saying you have to come in on Saturday, of course. But it depends what it is. So you go tomorrow and literally barely do anything because they have a project with 400 items, which you're already not the one handling it. I mean, that's something you should discuss with them. You'd say no because then they might push you around. I mean, again, it depends on a lot of different factors. A lot of different factors. There's never going to be like you should always say yes or always say no. And I did say your position doesn't matter, but you know what? I take it back. Your position up the chain does matter. Maybe not so much your like title position, but like your position up the chain, as in how important you are to the company, project, etc. matters. Because obviously, someone really low down doesn't matter much. But like the person making the project happen at all matters a lot more. That's what I mean, right? So obviously if they're like, oh yeah, they can't do Saturday alone, shit, well then we gotta work around that, right? Versus someone like way below. Try to ask them to let you also set up an Asana and get the ball running. I do not know what that is, but good luck. I already had plans for Saturday, which you unfortunately cannot reschedule. Sorry if this causes a... Yeah, like there's plenty of ways of, you know, politely declining, basically. Yeah. Yeah, but well, flip side is great. I'm gonna double check that the buttons work. Yeah, there we go. The buttons work. I can still, you know, obviously use the mouse here, but like these buttons work. You can add a notify in the animations close to the end. Once the animation reaches the notify, add the cooldown time. One from upward, two heavy. Yeah, but I need to put it. There's no reason for that. I'm already doing the logic of the. Like the attack already goes through here, and this is where I'd want to keep track of it anyway. So there's no reason to like have it go into a different location. The only thing I'll need to do is the final trigger. That's all. So let's go ahead and custom event start cooldowns. Just do a for loop. Do for loop. This, yeah, 2 for loop. Oh, do I need a for loop? No, I don't need a for loop. I don't need any loops. What am I doing? I do not need any loops. Can I put all of this here? No, I can't. Okay, in that case, this is an event. Yeah, I don't need the loops. What am I doing? Look, it's Friday. I'm tired. Excuse. Okay. Now the excuses are out of the way. Let's get this going. So if this is, we need to just check if this is greater than 0. That's what we need to check. Just check if it is greater than 0. You do voluntarily to finish stuff, so you could, so that could also be why. You have to do this many, oh, you have to do this many times, so I no longer get asked to work on Saturdays. Look, there are positives and negatives to it, right? Like, really, it depends on, do they want you to do a favor versus do they, like, and it's going to be like a one-time thing, or is this going to be like a continuous thing? There's so many like factors that go into it. Or they want, do they really need you? Like I've done a Saturday here and there, right? I've done overtime here and there, but like right now, if my current job was to ask me, can you do overtime after work? My answer would be no. Because I treat this also as a job, right? So in my case, I'm busy and I don't hide that fact. Like, I'm also busy like Saturdays, right? Like, I just don't have time. Technically, they don't ask for that. But I'm just like giving an example. Like, I wouldn't feel bad saying no because of that. Because I'm genuinely like, I already got other stuff going on. If like it's a project that I'm in charge of, that might change. Because if it's something I'm in charge of, then I will feel like, okay, this affects me, how this is done, and I want it to be like up to a certain quality, and then I might say, oh yeah, let me just, that for me right now is more important like than this, let's say, and then I would do that. Right? It really depends on so many things. I wish I could be like, yeah, just do one or the other, but nope, not a thing. So we do this, and the only main difference is here, we need to cooldown, multiply by the counter. And then we can always like modify it from there if you want to.
Ads rolling. Pause so you miss the part where I Google the most basic thing again.
Is your job? No. Answer equals don't go. That's not that simple. Because that might not be the reason why you lose, like exclusively the reason why you lose your job. But it also depends on what your job is. If you're in a very replaceable position and you refuse to do overtime and they need a lot of overtime, they can replace you. Yes. So in that sense, you would lose your job. But again, there's so many factors. And that's what I was saying. It depends on where you are in the project or company hierarchy. Not as a title, but your usefulness. Because the higher you are, the more you're irreplaceable, the less you have to worry. The more you're replaceable, well, you're replaceable. So, that might not be the reason. But if there's like a few other ones, maybe they'll add up. You saw nothing. You saw nothing. Nothing changed. Oh yeah, and then we need to reset, put these back at 0 afterwards. Then we set light and heavy to 0. Yes. Multiply by you. Yep. Okay. So now we need to trigger this. So we'll probably need an interface. Let's take a look. Let us take a look. So here, when we do the reset, can I just do this? Would it let me? Is player control just from here? Target is pawn. It is itself. So if it is a player pawn, or I can check if it is also has the tag player. But specifically, I wanted to know if it's player pawn. Can't you make those a function and make a counter? No, I can't do a function because of this part, these parts here. So because of this part here, I can't make it a function. So it's an event. Not a big deal. I don't really care if it's an event or a function. Hey Mike, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. So if it is true, then we need to do I need to get the HUD, and then yeah, we need to do a blueprint interface. HUD interface, and then open the HUD. I'm doing all right. Doing all right. Okay, so we just need to do a trigger basic attack. Do I not have a good spot for it? I don't. Hotbar. Oh, it is. You can switch that wall to a call to the event. But if I already have an event, why would I need another? What's the point of having a function and event when I can just have an event? I don't really see a reason to then have both. Let's have one. Less things to like figure out. It's not like I need to reuse it. So I don't mind. Trigger basic attack cooldowns. And here. HUD, hotbar. Yep. Let's place some needs. A clean up. Or this thing needs a clean up, and eventually I will do that. Clearly, it's not going to be doing now. Clearly, it's not going to happen now. Get not deck builder. HUD reference. Oh, then we need the. Then we need the HUD. This isn't. Oh, hold on. Is the HUD? Oh, the HUD is the HUD. Okay, no, we're fine. We're fine. Because it's always loaded, so there's no reason to do interface on this one. That's right. Event dispatcher call? That is no, like I was thinking, like, oh, shouldn't it have like an interface, like a blueprint interface to connect to it, so it's not always loaded? I'm like, wait, no, it's always loaded. That's why I don't have an interface to it. That's why it's the WB HUD variable type, not like a widget type. Because like the deck builder and things like that, I've converted to like this. Oh, the game over. Did I not convert this one? If I go somewhere else. Yeah, they should be like regular default, like common activatable widgets. Like, or activatable widgets or basic ones. I think I've missed some. Common activatable widget, but I guess there's some that I've missed. Common activatable widget. This should be a common widget as well. Because I shouldn't need this always loaded, but whatever. Deal with that later. A new function. This is going to be you. Active item cooldown. What do I call it? Telling you, my memory's so shit. Start cooldowns. And then we have to do activate basic attack cooldowns. Okay, and then here, trigger basic attack. You do that here. Trigger basic attack cooldowns. Okay, so if it gets reset, then it needs to do this. Now, the other issue here is if it comes here, and we've run out of index, and it goes to here, I don't want it to continue on. Set it to be 0. And then grab this, please. You. Reset the cooldown, and then we'll just have it be call animation finished. Because it clearly doesn't have any more. Your memory's fine. No one can remember all their code or function names? Dude, I just made it, though. I understand can remember all of them. Yeah, no one can remember all of them, but I just made it. Like, it hasn't been that long. Short-term memory of fish is insulting to fish. Then fish can, swim laps around me. Metaphorically and literally. Okay, so now if we go back to a reset, let's see what happens. Eh! Huh? Why did I just do the vertical one twice? Oh, I think it's the retriggerable delay. I think it's the retriggerable delay. I need to not use retriggerable delay and instead use a timer. And if I trigger it again, if the attack happens again, I need to reset the timer. Because I think what's happening is if I time it right, this will trigger while I'm in the middle of another attack. So I don't think retriggerable delay will work here. I think I need to use a timer. That's why it's hard to remember. It hasn't been pasted in long-term memory yet. That would assume that I have a long-term memory. You've made a big assumption with thinking I have a long-term memory. You know what? I'm gonna put this in a function, and then I can use the same thing here. Attack combo. Cooldowns reset. Reset. Let's try this. Then I put this here, right? Because this is now doing you and this. Only thing it's not doing is this part. So we can just do you and then you. Oh, but then this needs to only do this if it's true. So I actually need to do a return. Which is player. Oh, because if it's not the player I wanted to continue on, actually. If it's not the player, it's an enemy, we just wanted to continue on. There we go. So that way it doesn't interfere with any of the enemy stuff. There we go. Can't you use a regular delay to fix it? No, because a regular delay will trigger no matter what. It won't even reset itself. That's even worse. I wanted to stop that timer entirely. So basically, if I'm attacking right now, if the attack is going through, just stop it. Don't, because my attack itself has a time. So if my attack takes 0.4 seconds, but there's 0.2 seconds left on the delay, whether it's retrievable or not, that means after my attack is done, my index is set back to 0. But I'm in the middle of attack, so it should go to 1 now. So, right, so I want to cancel this entirely. So instead of this triggerable delay, we'll use a timer by function name. And 7.5. You can remove you. And then here, we need to say what we need to promote to a variable. Attack combo reset timer. So when we're attacking here, clear and validate it. So that way, okay, so the attack has started. It will not reset. I'm already in the middle of an attack. I don't want this happening. But when the animation's finished, then start it up again. That's working well. That's working real well. So that's a 2-hit combo. Right click is just one attack, so that's why it immediately goes in cooldown. Well, technically, what was that delay? Excuse me? Right click? What's going on with the right click? Okay, no, we're not quite there. What's going on with the right click? Okay, why is it not going cooldown? Click again. Okay, so where did I mess up? Where did I mess up? Okay, left click, right click at the same time? We'll get to that after we fix this. It theoretically shouldn't be possible because it should, you can't attack while attacking basically, so it shouldn't be possible to trigger both. Why isn't it triggering? Okay. I don't know why it said did the second part of the combo there. What? How is it doing this, but not the... hold on. Bring back the one there. Give me a... this should be... this should trigger first. There should be 0 and then 1 above that. And it does. Okay. So that is correct. So then why does this not trigger? Set the debug object. Set the debugging blueprint at the top. What are you talking about? Set the. I don't know what do you mean? Set the debugging blueprint at the top. You can live debug the blueprint while in Plane Editor. Well, I already know that the problem is here somehow. For whatever reason, it's not triggering the function, despite it running here. I already know where the problem is. The question is why the problem. What do you want me to do here? To the right of the green play button. Okay. Play, then set it. Okay. And? But what was the point of this? I gotta. Why did I get a? Oh, I did hello because I clicked again. Now do an attack. Okay, yeah. Yeah. The graph of triggers fine. I know it triggers fine. That's what the print string told me already. I don't need to look at it. This triggers. The question is, why doesn't this trigger the function? That's my thing. Like, I know it works. I know this part works. I know I know all the parts. I just don't know why this is not triggering. Or the timer's not working. If you go with the black, the Blu-ray will light up. It also stores data from previous event, but the function will most likely be out of scope for values. So you saw what's happening, so you can find out why you're getting the error. What error? The problem I'm having isn't that things are not running here. It's that this is not running this function. No amount of it running through here will tell me why it's not running this function. What would a breakpoint tell me? I know it already doesn't run through it. I'm confused, guys. What would a breakpoint tell me? I can put a breakpoint here. Okay. Breakpoint reached. This was never triggered. I genuinely do not know what you guys want me to do with this information. I know what's happening. I don't know why it's happening. Make the function a custom event instead with the name. Yeah, I can try set a timer by Custom event. Yeah, that's gonna be the next thing I was gonna try. But that doesn't explain why this is not working though. What it's the problem with it. Yeah. It runs through it. Just never triggers it. No idea why. Oh, see, the event works. Why does the function not work? The event works. Is a timer on a tick event? No. Never make a function, always make a custom event. Always gave it trouble to call. I've never had, this is the first time I've ever had issue with it. I've generally not a single once before just now have ever had an issue with it. So that's why I was confused. I mean, that's working pretty well. We can now change the cooldown to be a little snappier. 0.5. Oh, it's always giving you trouble. I mean, it's good to know. Yeah, genuinely. First time it's ever happened that I've had issues with it. Are you sure your reflection chain is not on tick? My reflection? What is a reflection chain? I have nothing on tick. Let's start with that. I don't know what a reflection chain is, but nothing is on tick. I mean, actually, I can make this a lot smaller now. Because this is now the duration between the end of the attack and the start of the next one. So this means I can have a half, like I can make this like 0.1. Because basically if I wait to the end of the animation, then I'm still fine. Because we're canceling, yeah. Because we're canceling the timer, this is effectively now the max duration between attacks. After like an attack ends. And right now I can attack before the attack ends, meaning the time between attacks is 0 if I just continue clicking. So this is even better. Sweet. Yeah, let's clear those. We're good there. Nope, not you. Clear you. Nice. See, now it's good. Okay. What is this code tied up to? It's just a custom event. that triggers off of an interface. What triggers the interface? Me clicking. I do not have my attack system on a tick. Why would I? I wouldn't have even a timer. Why would I? You're now you're being silly. Look, I may be dumb, but I'm not that dumb. I know you have, but look, I've done stupid crap, but I have not yet put my attack system on a tick. That one I haven't done. I mean, we could even change this honestly to, like, I mean, do we even need it? You know, I almost want to remove this timer entirely, actually. Like, almost effectively, like, at 0. Let's do 0.05, honestly. Just, that's enough. Because again, if it's like, if you've finished the animate, like, if you finish the animation like that, then then you just almost trigger, like, immediately. Yeah. Okay, both left and right click. Click. See, it only does one of them. Click. Left and right. Left and right. I think it just prioritizes right click. And I can do like one after the other really quickly. But yeah, that's working. That's working honestly really well. Hold on, actually. Ooh, hold on. If I left click and then right click, it will trigger the right click afterwards. But I didn't do the right click attack. In my case, I think currently it's because I don't have the same indexes for both. Because effectively it's trying to do, it wants to do the second attack of the right click right now, right? But then it's realized, oh, it is over it, so it's gonna go here. What also needs to happen is here, when it's done, it needs to check if it was the last attack. So here, if the last index, if it is less than. So what we can check is if it is the same here, then we want to trigger the reset attack combo. If it is the same. Yeah, there's still some little things to figure out, but I think this is fine. Let's get the third attack animation in first. What you're asking is the function by timer usually breaks because of tick. Yeah, if you send multiple times into a function by timer, then it'll just never run. Yeah. Yeah, Flick here knows the forbidden language, as we'll call it. The devil's tongue. The cursed speech. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the attack animations. Hello, wah, 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 wah. I hope that is exactly how you want it always pronounced when you come here. Have I ever used Unity? Yes, very briefly. You could say for sure, see the devil's lettuce helped learn it. Are you talking about cabbage again? Come on, there's no cabbage talk here. Never bitten cabbage. No, that's lettuce. Here's attack. So this is the spin. That's right. So we can just duplicate you. You'd be really good at ActionScript 3.0. That was a good language. Too bad Adobe let it die. ActionScript 3.0. No, that's kale. I mean, look, no one eats kale. Only the crazy people eat kale, and we don't talk about the crazy people. Because they're crazy. Did you know kale used to be used as just like decoration in the past? Because no one would want to eat kale. So it was used as decoration to make it look pretty, like underneath, like on tables, like as. No one wants to eat kale. Finally having some progress getting the sample animation project into your game. Looking dope. A lot to figure out though. Nice. ActionScript is a language for Flash. Flash had a coding language? Your sister's crazy then? I mean, you would know. Is your sister crazy, Rohan? Can you confirm this? Based on your judgment, would you call her crazy? She eats kale? See? Case in point. Simple as that. Used to make stick fighter games with ActionScript. Oh, that's right. I guess. Wait. You can make full-on games in Flash? I guess, yeah, you could. That's what Addicting Games was. You know, it only just dawned on me that, yeah, why would I just, Why did I think that? No. For all this time, I've been thinking of Flash as just an animation thing. So the fact that you said that it could do ActionScript was surprising to me, but I don't know why it was surprising to me. It's clearly, I grew up in the age of Flash games. They were obviously called Flash games because they were made in Flash at the time. I don't know why. I'm so stupid. Newgrounds, Addicting Games, E-Bombs World was another one. Was that one? E-Bombs World? There was a few of them. Yeah. Trogdor? I don't know that one. No, that one, that's from, Congregate. Yeah, Congregate is another one I'd be playing. Yeah, Homestar Runner. Yeah, that's where Trogdor's from, right? Yeah, Homestar Runner. Oh, good stuff, man. Those were the days, weren't they? Some good times. Yeah, I miss the good years of gaming on those. It was so nice. Life was so simple back then. Yeah, we didn't have to be adults. Say RuneScape at your local library brings it back. I never played RuneScape. I think back then I just never heard of that. Now we have to deal with this monstrosity on the screen. What monstrosity on the screen? What are you talking about? Talk about moi? Left it open for interpretation, but you were meaning Unreal? Yeah, sure you were. Sure. Dude, speaking of Unreal. Speaking of Unreal and my disdain for sequencer. Today, I had to very simply import a camera into Unreal and just have it into the sequencer and have it use the keyframes that were on the camera. Me being in film, they decide to put keyframes at frame 1000 something. I just wouldn't even import. It wouldn't even import. And then, if you added, let me phrase it, it imported but it had no keyframes. And then when you put a keyframe at frame 0, it would add some random keyframes in random spots before your actual keyframes later on. So the solution was basically just say screw it and put everything at keyframe 1, which is what I asked them to do anyway, or wanted them to do anyway. But man, I don't like sequencer so much. There's just so many issues with it. They're just I can just sigh. That's all I can do about it. We didn't have to be adults living in this crippling economy and raise prices. Didn't have to be adults. I mean, look. By age, I'm an adult. Mentally, to say it's debatable is an understatement. I feel like it's not even a debate that I'm not an adult. It's not even a debate. Do you need an adult? We all need an adult. You have a shirt that says that when you when you wear it sometimes, dude. I love those t-shirts. Look, genuinely, I bought some new t-shirts. I'm still wearing the gray. I haven't lost enough weight yet to put on the new t-shirts, but I have some funny ones that I bought. I bought like 4. I didn't buy like a ton. I need to lose a bit more weight, and then I can finally have some like funny like text ones. I love funny text ones. I realize a powerful engine, but so many problems. Sweeney is always looking to add features instead of fixing. Yep. Now buying gray, black, plain shirts is expensive AF, man. Yeah, the shirts were like $20 a pop. Which is expensive. I don't like spending that much. Genuinely, I don't. If I was to let's do it. I could probably find how much I spent on the gray shirts. Okay. So the new ones that I ordered are like roughly $20. Okay. The old ones that I bought, old ones being these, were basically half that price. They were about like $12 a pop. So this is about $12 a pop. Or is it, oh, those? Which ones did I get? It's either 12 or 15. Oh, I can't look at the tag behind me. Maybe they were $15. So maybe the ones I bought were just nice. Oh yeah, no, here it is. Yeah, it says 3. I bought 3 packs of these. Yeah. No? Yes, maybe. For December. I don't know. Either way, t-shirts are too expensive. Everything's too expensive. Guys, can you find me a like a rich prince that would love to just throw money at my face? I'd appreciate it. I almost wouldn't even mind if it's like the dollar coins. You know, I can figure something out. So funny is these black shirts have lasted longer than normal shirts. You got the China special threaders in these. I mean, yeah. Like, I like nicer clothes. And when I was smaller, I used to wear nicer clothes. But I wasn't small for super long. I wonder if there's... There might... Hold on. There might be a picture I have of me in 2023 when I lost a ton of weight, which I'm trying to do again. Cool photos, maybe? Also, I love how I'm just I'm just going through my pictures during that time, and then I'll just take a little screenshot of this and just and you know, just I have this on the screen, so yeah, just don't. This is photos of my cooking during that time. If you're wondering. You'll get drunk and play PoE 2 tonight? I mean, that's not bad. Oh, here we go. Okay. You guys ready to see what I look like approximately 100 pounds less than I am right now? This is gonna be the goal. This is the goal to start with. Let's see those abs. No abs. No abs. This was me in 2023. Like late 2023. I'm still pudgy. I'm at this point in time, I'm like still like 70 pounds overweight in this photo. Technically above like my ideal weight, but Jesus, man, you really let yourself go. By the way, I used to look like I was at the start of the year before I did this. So I was here before, then went here, and then I went back because life stuff. So now I'm going back to like this. And this was me in 2023. Yeah, it was not a great, you know, year where I regained tons of weight. Anyway, congratulations, you've now seen me, and hopefully in a year we will be back to that spot again. We'll see. I got about 100 pounds to go. We'll get there. Okay, let's throw you in here. Zeroed out. Let's try one. You were overweight back then, so what are you now? A truck? No. I used to weigh as much as I was pretty much at the beginning of this year. Then I lost the weight and became what you saw in the picture, in the photo. And then I regained that weight back up, is what I'm saying. It was a curve. And I'm going back down. It looks like she's topless in that frame. Here, I'll zoom in so you can really see the difference between the shirt and the skin. Ooh. Pixelated boobs, my favorite. I mean, technically speaking, if you look at any kind of boobs on the computer, they are always pixelated. Technically speaking.
Ads. Stream paused. My brain is also paused.
Yeah. Now, so far this year, I've lost 33 pounds since the start of the year. I doubt it's very noticeable. And maybe if I like opened up a stream like from the very beginning. You've gained 5 pounds? Don't worry. I have you be on that department too. I won't. If I go to, I wish I could just go by date. On here, January 2026. Yeah, I mean, a little bit. You could see a little bit. It is a bit. This is January 2026 me. This is me now. I know it's hard to tell which one's talking. So I think it's a bit noticeable, but like only when you're comparing. It's not noticeable out of context. For that, I would need to be a lot more of a change. Not overweight or anything? Well, lucky you. I don't remember the last time I was not overweight. I'm pretty sure I was like overweight since a child. Start 30 push-ups every day. Let's go. Nice. I feel like maybe I want to increase the size of that a little more. Yeah, something like that. So 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit. Is 3 hit too big for a light attack? I mean, I guess the damage is lower, so it's fine. This is the heavy attack. Heavy attack, still considerably bigger. You're not that crazy. You're telling me to start 30 a day? Dude, I'd be like happy if I did one. No, I have a... It's hard to see. It's down here. It's hard to see. I have a walking treadmill. So like what I do is in the morning when I'm doing like Japanese learning and after the stream, I just walk on that. I said to be like a 10-degree incline and then 2.2 miles per hour. That's what helps. But the primary thing for me is dieting. It's not the exercise. In the end, is just calories in versus calories out. Whether or not I'm burning them and eating more, or just not eating as much, the result is the same in that regard. Start offset 0. Radius might need to be bigger. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. I think you can go bigger. 30 maybe? This is just left click. 350? Yeah, that's better. And I might to adjust the start of the effect. Yeah, that's better. And 4? No, I don't have 4. Right now it's only 3 attack combo. I mean, down the line, I could make it as many as I want. That's the nice thing about this, is I can make it as many as I want. So I can make it like a 20-hit combo. If you just keep using it, you can eventually get to like a 20-hit combo. But right, the plan is that you can do 1, 2, then right click, or you can do right click, left click, right? As you saw there. So you could do wide attack, and you already go into the second attack instead of doing the first one. Oh, what I was showing is just the left click. It was never like 1, 2, 3 buttons. This is 1, 3, 4. I don't know why 2 didn't trigger. 2, right, 1. These are the weapon abilities. So this is just basic attack. Basic attack. Yeah, these are the weapon abilities. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, when I'm saying 1, 2, 3, I'm counting the index, or not the attack that is, right? The first one is just the forward, right? The second one is the wide. Third one is the spin. Nice. That is working well. Yay. We'll eventually replace those effects as well. I don't like how long they stay on the screen, and the look of them no longer fits great with the rest of the game. I really like them. I think they look great. But I think now with this style for the game, they don't fit as well. And I found a creator that does something that fits better for the game. I was just waiting to see if there's a sale coming up and see if he puts anything on sale. So like, it still looks good, but it's a little bit now. Despite it being stylized, it is almost like too realistic, right? Despite it being very much stylized. So maybe I can do something about that by playing with the materials for those, and maybe I will keep them. But something needs to happen. The other ones that I have are that I have a little save for is this guy. So this guy does like tune style stuff, which I feel like fits the look that I'm looking for now a lot more. So a bunch of magic abilities, and I think the look of these is more of now what I'm probably going for. Now, they're not exactly cheap, and there's a ton of them. So I want to see if I think like visually, like, right, I think this fits a lot better. Now that we've figured out kind of the look of things. But like he has like super packs of like $200 something, you know, where he has like all of his stuff. And I got one of his packs. One of his projectile packs I purchased. It wasn't this one, but yeah, one of them I purchased. But anyway, I think like these would work well. I just don't know when there will be a sale, and even if there's a sale, I don't know if he puts this stuff on sale. So, but I want to check. You don't want to just learn Niagara instead? The problem with learning Niagara is, one, it will take a long time, right? It's not something you'll just learn in a week, part-time. Two, even if I learn it, doesn't mean I'm good enough to create this style and this quality of product. And three, I'm a solo dev. I got so much to do. I'm okay spending some money on buying some effects for now compared to learning it. Like, there are certain things that have to be, like, for example, like music as well. I'm okay with admitting I'm never gonna make good stuff for that. That's okay. Could I learn how to make and compose music? Sure. At a certain point, you guys gotta be like, hey, you know what? Maybe not worth it. Okay, his stuff looks pretty cool. Again, the aesthetic of it, I think, is more of what I'm looking for, so we'll see. Also, I don't know why everyone makes this half circle thing. Also, this one's really cool. Why isn't it like a full circle? Full circle, and why isn't it just this one angled? I don't know. Fuck music, hire someone? Well, that's what I'm saying. Look, if I could hire an effects person to do that kind of stuff, I would. But there's just basically no one that does like this kind of stuff that's like, oh yeah, I'm for hire, that I've seen. Maybe there is someone out there, and I just haven't seen him. I haven't seen him. Can I find where the colors of this is? Purple. This one. No. No, these are sparks. Low slash orange pattern. Okay, let's turn these off. I just want to find the purple. Where's the purple center? Okay. Is it this glow center? Okay, yes. Okay. Ah, here we go. Color. Okay. I don't mind that. Don't mind the orange. I still want the purple. This one. Check your art station. Are you doing like Toon style? VFX? Is that why you're saying that? Because if you're doing two-style VFX, I want to check it out. Maybe not tuned by stylized? Oh sure. Give me your art station name. And I'll pull it up. But you have to be okay with me judging it now on stream if I do that. Just keep that in mind. Oh yeah, and the cooldown's working correctly. If I do one attack, it goes fast. If I do the full combo, it's much slower. Nice. That's working real well. And I really like the fact that I can just do this. Or I can do you. Oh, I can't do left click, right click yet. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Let me. Do I have the. Do you have the attack B already exported? For Blender? That combo B. Yes, I do. Yeah, so this is the... So this is the heavy. So we have this one. Then slash diagonally the other way. And then a slash down. Because you cannot do the three... I mean, you can do actually all three heavies now. Yeah, so this is fine. No. Yeah, don't post link. Just give me the name. That's what I said. I'll look it up by the name. Give me your name that's on our station name. That's all. But yeah, you can't post the link. Does this have all the scripts? It does. Excellent. Okay, let's take a look. Shall we judge? Judge everything. Oh my. Okay. I feel like I'd want I like how these are flying out. I feel like I wanted to see these fly out. Just as a little side note for this one. I really like how the little ones fly out, but these the big ones just feel like they appear or disappear. It'd be cool if they, you know, did over time. Oh, no, these ones do, sort of. Oh, you were just moving. Anyway, I know you weren't asking for feedback on that. Let's see. Huh? A little too much black on that one, but yeah, too much black. But it's pretty good. I'd say tone down all the black on all of these. At least personally, I would say transparency over going black, but I understand it's the style for these. Well, it's cool though. I'll tell you this, you're definitely far from the worst one that I've seen when I was looking for VFX people. You're definitely very far from the worst. I'd say quite nice in some regard. This is nice. This is cool. It's interesting. Like a lot of the stuff, like I can see the hints of stylized on it. It's not realistic, but it's not full like, toon stylized either. It's somewhere like in between, which I know you didn't say it's gonna be toon stylized. I'm just making an observation. Actually, grade made the lighting too dark. Ah, okay. It's not so much the, even if it was gray, I think the I would just not have it be full like solid. I would have it be like more transparent in general, personally. Like, but again, it depends on the style you're going for, right? It really depends on the style. Oh, there's more. Because a more realistic style wouldn't have this be so solid and then immediately fall off. But maybe that's the style, and that's kind of the look. So, right. Cool, cool. Do something that no one ever does with these as a side thing. Show that same effect as like a forward like dash, like as though you do like a thrust attack, because this is like a blade. But what if you did like a thrust, which almost no effect pack does for like attacks? I don't know why thrusting attack is such a rarity. Like, they occasionally will include the like full 360, like the one that I'm currently using. Even this one's even a rarity, right? If this, I'm talking about this like full 360 one, but almost no one does a thrusting one. Depends on the style. They're mostly for your game. That's why. Oh yeah, like I said, it totally makes sense. These look nice. You have a thrust, but you haven't uploaded it. Got it. Yeah, I would recommend just throwing like some thrusts or like full ones. This one's cool. Oh my god, was there a nuclear one? I want to see the nuke. Cool. Why does it go from blue to... My only question is, why is it blue and then it goes immediately red? I mean orange. It looks cool. I want it to last longer. I want to see that cloud. It looks good. Look at that soul. Hey, you still have it here. Yeah, like a lot of the stuff is really nice. And then we can look at the characters. I imagine this one's even older. To the robot, his theme is blue and lighting. That'll make sense. Hey, the real spoke, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Those lasers could be great environment hazards. Yeah. I have some lasers, sold. You know what's funny? Is this is quite impressive for whenever the hell this was uploaded. And now there's PCG. Which makes this look like a joke. Because I can see it's a blueprint. And I know that this was not the simplest thing to set up pre-PCG. But now that there's PCG, and how easy it is now using it, it's amusing looking back on it. Because it's for its time, I think it's really cool. Yeah, putting things in circles. Yeah. Yeah, this is really cool. Also, you got some good stuff. This reminds me of like city skylines. This grass. I don't know why. It reminds me of those like city drone games. Anyway, this is the old stuff. I assume the newest stuff is here, up top. Yeah, it looks cool. Definitely not the style that I would need. I'd want for my game, but I think like you are very far from the worst I've seen, and some aspects pretty good. So good job. The last one. Last one. Climb movement demo debug. Yeah. I've never made a setup like this. This is one of those things that I think I bought a plugin for, like in UE4 land back in the day. That could do this for a game. Or for like my first ever game jam. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Like, I understand why. There's so many conditions. I'm not laughing at this being bad. I'm laughing because I know that there's just so many conditionals and so many like animations that, yeah, you know, it makes 100% sense. This is a nice weapon. The only thing is, I feel it loses a little bit of sharpness up here. Great axe here. A little bit of a more blunt up here. Like just logic wise, but it's good. Looks good, even back here. 6 years ago. You have an updated version that does a lot more. You don't like BCG because it removes the knowledge in math. Hold it. What do you mean? What do you mean it removes the knowledge in math? I mean, it's true. Then you know what? I am the one that's teaching BCG. And I'm definitely not smart or good with math these days. I used to teach trigonometry in high school. Yeah, these days, yeah, I don't know. Neither one of those. Just 2 + 2 is 5. Twos anymore? I know, seriously. I still remember, like, when I went to school, they're still trying to push, like, not using calculators. Right? Like, when I went to school, they were still trying to say, don't use, like, this advanced calculator. Because in school, I bought myself a TI-89 calculator that could do insane calculations. And just put in, like, full, like, algebra equations into it, and it would give you results. And for its time, it was insane. And then the math teachers, of course, didn't like it. So it's like, make sure you still show your work. Okay, I'll still show my work. It's like I would just get the answer, and then I would just check my work against the correct answer because the calculator told me. And nowadays, yeah, that's in the palm of everyone's hand, just in the phone that everyone has. And that's like the bare minimum. You know, the whole like, oh, you know, not everyone's going to have a calculator. No, everyone's going to have a fully powerful computer that was more powerful than the ones that put people on the moon. And things are only going to go up from here. Good luck, teachers. Good luck. I wish you were better at math in your head. You feel dumb sometimes. I know you used to do much better. Yeah, but it's like one of those things where if you don't practice it, you're going to forget it, whatever it is. Right? There's some things that you will never forget. Right? It'll be very hard to forget that 1 + 1 is 3, right? You're probably going to go the entire life and never forget that. But it doesn't mean it's impossible. It's just certain things are easier than others. Your math teacher trained to not using calculators so much that we became faster without it? I mean, look, that's impressive. You know? I think for color consistency, that needs to be like a reddish tint. Or a more red tint. Hey, maybe it's fine. Now, I remember the TI-89 could play games. I don't know if you guys know this. Right? Most people in my time had the TI-84 calculator. That was the most common one. But the TI-89 titanium one literally could play games. And I played games in my math class on my calculator. And because it was such a rare thing, no one knew about it. Like, no joke. like genuinely games that people made and ported. Like Tetris, Doom. There was one of them that was a Final Fantasy type game. You're playing Pokemon Blue on your TI-84 back in high school, that you're 35? Yeah. You're pretty much the same age as me. Yeah. But I was playing on the 89 Titanium. I was playing a bunch of games. I didn't know the 84 also could play games. Like, it was insane. Let me see if I can find like a video of like it playing a game. I can just download them, but see if I can find like a video of just someone playing it. Anything. Not like, I don't want to see it like as them capturing the screen. I just want to see like it in action on the calculator with like calculator being visible. But I don't think that's gonna be easy to do. Oh, here we go. This is what I had, the TI-89 Titanium one, and here's like Mario. You look at load, save, it's the whole thing. It was awesome. Genuinely. I used to just play games on the TI-89 Titanium in school. And what are teachers gonna say? Oh, you're holding your calculator. They didn't know. Or if they did, it's not like they can do much about it. It's like, calculator was part of the classroom. So they can't say don't use your calculator. It was great. I loved it. You put Diablo 2 on a school network so that it can be played from any PC in the entire school. That was back in middle high school. There was, I know in college, me and a bunch of friends would play StarCraft 1 in like random computer labs. This was like way after StarCraft 1 time. But like it was such a we had a hacked, like, pirated version that just fit on a thumb drive that you could plug anywhere and play from anywhere. So basically, just everyone just plugged their in and you can just play local LAN. So good. So good. Anyway. We got our system working. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Come Monday, we'll need to set up the other two attacks of the heavy attack. And then we'll also need to do we also need to do light and heavy attacks for the spells. But I think for those, we'll figure out something for those. Maybe I just won't do a combo for those yet. Right, because I'm planning on reworking the character, so I might just hold off on that till after. So at the very least, I want this. I should do at least for that weapon. And then there's another weapon that we did. Either I need to remove the air blade. Give me another time, Ron. maybe another time. Yeah. I'm trying to think what the order of operations is. Right, because I don't need to save it. Right, we have you ignore the hair, obviously. Or it's not obviously, but ignore the hair. That's just a temporary hair that I put in. I need to figure out how to model the clothes and everything. This is just like a character builder, right, that we were testing out earlier in the week. And this is what I downloaded when I was trying to find like a Genshin character like proportion model, just to see like where things are. But like render wise, right, it works relatively well in terms of the proportions and stuff. So there's some things that are like, but if we look at it from different angles, right, I was basically looking at it as the sprite that it will be. So less important of what it looks like here compared to what it looks like here. And here it worked relatively well. So I probably will use this and then go from there. You don't like the anime proportions? What I like about the anime proportions is this curve compared to this curve. So it's possible that the only thing I might kind of take away from looking this as the reference is this curve here. If I was to render from the front again, it's not really. What I might do is exaggerate the stomach even skinnier and just curve this a little more. But that's really the main thing. I think everything else kind of reads okay. I might also stylize the hands to be a little more pronounced. So what I mean is, instead of how they are, I'd want it to almost be like, almost, you know, like this. So like really like really pronounced in that regard. Just so we have on the render, right? So it's less straight here. Boob reduction? The thing is, it doesn't look right here, right? She definitely has a big chest, right? But if you were to look at it from the side, it doesn't come out that far. So, and having it like way too flat makes it just look like she has no boobs. So by having it a little bit more exaggerated, if the character creator, by the way, here I can just show, like, I can just play around with like all of this stuff. There's like a bunch of them, tons for like the face that I can just modify. Like, this is called something really stupid. Not literally. Customize female base mesh B2.1. There's also a male one. Here, I'll find the YouTube. Or just if I search for it, I'm sure. It'll come up. Yeah, here it is. So this is just like, it's freaking super cheap. This guy made it, and he just has a bunch of customization. It comes fully rigged. It has the stylized thing. You can like go in, and I think you can tweak even further between these. I haven't actually even enabled this stuff, but I can go and move these. I need to rewatch that for like how to do that. You can create your own presets, do adjustments for like everything. It comes rigged, so you can animate right away if you want to. You can change IK, FK, you know, that whole thing. It was like $10 or €10 for the female one, and I got the female and the male one together for like $15. So it was like ridiculously cheap. Here, I'll link the YouTube video. And then the links to like buy it is here. Here, if I go to the Gumroad page, yeah, here it is, €10. Here you see a purchase again. So like, it's good. Like, there's a few other ones that you kind of I would like to have, but like it has like even like teeth modifications. I don't have the mouth open, and if I by the way, if I want to right now, if I could turn this on, come here, right, go to pose mode, and I just start posing. And if I want to, I can then go in and say I want to have the face controls, and now I have the face controls. And she can roll her eyes at you. Not what I meant. Or she can dear God. Open her mouth. Or you know, right? It's all rigged. Now you could break the rig, but it is rigged, and you can turn on like bunch of tweaks. Right, just make, and if I don't want to see them, I can turn them off again. And then we have this. The point is, right, is it's really nice, and it was so cheap. I was like, why not try it out and play with it? And it's pretty good for what I want. Have a good one, Lonely Nap. Hope you have a good night's rest. That might have been the real illusion. I don't know that one. Yeah. So it's cool. I mean, I'm not going to save this. But in terms of the character, basically what I'm going to do most likely is just simple selections and extrude and change the material on it. It'll be as simple as that to get the stuff I need. I think I can set it all up myself and then just need to transfer skin weights. Just look into how to do that. The one that will be more difficult is the hair. And I have this one. I wanted to try using this guy's setup for the hair. So he has basically a whole thing for creating like hair. You can do like twists, curls, splits, etc. Basically, you just take a curve, and it gives you like 3D hair, right? And I believe that this is also a Gumroad one that's relatively cheap. Yeah, $22. And this one has, like, again, a bunch of stuff. Make braids, make whatever you want. I don't need much. I just need it to be, like, you know, allow me to quickly make geometry-based hair. I've realized that that's what I want. I don't want, like, cards. I want geo hair. Because it reads better on the sprite, right? So here, I'll share this guy as well if you guys need it. So like this combined with the other one, I think will get me everything I need in terms of the hair and the character, and then from there I can go in and modify. Right? Let's see here. Get a bunch of controls, and you can just draw out basically the hair however you want. Yeah. But Monday we will first do the heavy attack animation stuff. Then we don't need to animate on Monday, but then we'll might need to animate a little bit for the spell one, or I'll just say screw it for that one for now. We'll see. We will see. The real question will be, I've tried to export that character from Blender into Unreal to see if I can migrate the animations. That'd be interesting to see, but that's a later problem. It's a later problem. But guys, Sunday, I'm releasing the video, or should be releasing the video, on the procedural vegetation, the new 5.8 stuff. So how to create your own tree, using another one as a reference, how to modify some stuff that I already found as issues. It's still in preview. 5.8 isn't even released yet. But I wanted to go over the kind of some basic stuff, just to show how to use it. My performance with it, not looking at that at all. 5.8 is not out yet even. So I just want to get people's like understanding some basics with it, and then we can go from there. Because the basics, some of the basics will not change really. It'll just be like, is the performance going to be better on the full release? Maybe they'll fix some bugs, hopefully, that I encountered. But like the general premise of the basics should maintain. That's the hope. So that'll be coming Sunday. Hopefully, people will enjoy that. That is, when I posted about that on freaking Twitter, my God, I still can't believe that post. It made me feel like an actual content creator for like once. Here's the post that I made. 15,000 impressions, 214 likes, 20 retweets or reposts, which to me is insane. 15,214 here is insane, because if we go down, 275 and 3 likes, 340 and 1 like, 427 2 likes, 3 likes, 214. The only thing that really changed here is one bigger guy reposted it, and then it was an artist from Zynga, I believe, or something. And I think it went from there because he had a bigger audience. Everyone has trees in the game. That might be it. Maybe I don't know. Anyway, that's the plan. That's the plan. But that's all for tonight. That's all for the week. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your night, a lovely weekend, and I'll see you all on Monday. Have a good one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.